All right, we're taking a trip to Thailand, a place that's pretty much synonymous with incredible travel. But we're going to look past the postcard perfect beaches for a minute and past the amazing street food to uncover this quiet revolution that's totally changing the game for its hotel industry.
I mean, when you think of Thailand, what pops into your head? For me, it's those incredible white sand beaches, the energy of the cities, the ancient temples, and oh man, the food. It's a place that really feels like it has everything, right?
But here's the thing. When millions and millions of us flock there every year, that paradise starts to feel the pressure, a lot of pressure. The very beauty that we all go there to see is actually at risk. So you have to ask yourself, what's the real, hidden cost of all this popularity?
And that question leads us right into our first part, where we're going to break down this exact challenge, paradise at a price. Okay, so check out this number from the research, 4.4%. Now that's the steady, year-over-year increase in tourism demand. It might not sound like a huge number, but think about it. It's like a wave that just keeps getting bigger and bigger every single year.
And this really gets to the heart of the paradox, doesn't it? The more popular Thailand gets, the more strain there is on its resources. Every new hotel room, every air conditioner running, every meal, it all adds up. The industry's own success is creating a massive environmental footprint.
But, a challenge like this can also spark some really new ways of thinking, and that's what's happening here. Hotels are starting to completely redefine what it even means to be in the hospitality business today.
And that brings us to this big idea, green hospitality. It's actually a pretty simple concept, but it's powerful. The thinking goes like this. A hotel's job isn't just to make a profit. It's to do that while actively helping the local environment, the local culture, and the local economy. It's about being a good neighbor, not just a business.
So let's look at the difference. Traditionally, hospitality was all about two things, guest comfort and profit. And resources, well, they were just there to be used up. But green hospitality adds two massive new pieces to that puzzle, planet and community. Now, resources aren't just consumed. They're protected, they're conserved, they're used super efficiently. The goal is to shrink that footprint as much as possible.
Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, right? But what does green in action actually look like on the ground? Let's dive into what these hotels are really doing.
Now, this quote from a hotel manager in the study is fascinating. He says, some of the most important green practices are basically invisible to the guests. It's all happening behind the scenes. So let's pull back the curtain.
So this is what's going on where you can't see it. We're talking about smart water systems, like low-flow faucets that save tons of water, switching every single bulb to super-efficient LEDs. Some are even putting solar panels on the roof. And then there's the serious waste management and recycling. The really top-tier hotels are even getting gold LEED certifications, which is a huge deal in green building.
All that stuff is amazing, but like the manager said, it's mostly invisible. So let's talk about something we all see and taste on vacation, the food. Get ready for this number, 40 tons. That's how much fresh produce is thrown out every single day just in Bangkok's big distribution markets. 40 tons a day.
And you want to know the crazy reason why? It's because the food isn't cosmetically perfect. A carrot is a little crooked. A tomato is a funny shape. So hotels are fighting back with this awesome idea called zero-waste culinary concepts. They're buying local to cut down on shipping pollution, and their chefs are taking that imperfect produce and turning it into absolutely stunning 5-star meals.
Now, if these solutions are so brilliant and make so much sense, you're probably wondering why every single hotel isn't doing it. And that's a fair question. It's time for a little reality check.
The research points to 4 big hurdles. First, the upfront cost to install all this new green tech can be steep, especially when profit margins are tight. Second, believe it or not, there's still a lack of awareness. Some managers just don't know what's possible. Third, you've got that classic, but we've always done it this way, resistance to change. And finally, sometimes it's just plain hard to find a steady supply of eco-friendly products.
So, with all those roadblocks, why bother pushing through? Well, as we're about to see, it turns out that going green isn't just about doing the right thing anymore. It's about doing the smart thing for the business.
And this chart says it all, really. That first bar, the initial investment, yeah, it can be high, no doubt about it. But then, look at that second bar. Those are the long-term savings from using less energy, less water, and creating less waste. Over time, the savings aren't just bigger, they dwarf the initial cost.
And the payoff is so much more than just saving money. Hotels that go green get a huge competitive advantage because travelers are actively looking for sustainable places to stay. It builds an amazing brand reputation, creates real guest loyalty, and you know what? It even attracts investors who want to put their money into sustainable businesses. It's a win-win-win.
So what's the big takeaway here? We've kind of pulled back the curtain on this invisible revolution, and it leaves us with a question. The next time you travel, the next time you check into a hotel, anywhere in the world, are you going to wonder what's happening behind the scenes?